Hey everyone, it is Havohai here, bringing another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. We're doing a category meta overview. This is an update for the early part of 2019. If you haven't seen these videos before, it's really providing you some clarity, some understanding of the current meta, which are category leads at this point in time, and also maybe some patterns to see what may be coming in the future. So with that, if you guys are new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff, and always a shout out to DBZ Space and the Dokkan Wiki for info and images provided. So let's go ahead and move on and talk about what I'm gonna focus on, what units I'm gonna be focusing on in the category meta. So the units I'm going to be focusing is the 130, 150, and 170 percentage leads, primarily looking at the attack percentage increase, not necessarily focusing on the HP and defense. Usually, you know, category leads have +3 to key HP attack and defense at a certain percentage. So the 130 is going to be attack, 150, 170 is going to be attack. That's going to be the consistency of these groupings. Now I know there's 120% leaders, category leaders, and 100% category leaders, but we're not going to be focusing on those. That's really more for your free-to-play. I know there's some summonable 120% category leads as well, but I think the 130, 150, and 170 are the current meta. So with that, let's go ahead and start by talking about the 130% category leads. Before we get into the two subcategories here, or the subsets here, the order that I have these placed is in the user interface order, and that is the AGL, Tech, Int, Strength, and Physical. I do not know why they flip-flop the Strength and Physical. It should be Int, Physical, Strength, not Int, Strength, and Physical. It's just a user interface problem. They've never solved it. So anyway, we'll leave it at that. The category 130% leads, we'll start with the LR 130/100s. These units here provide you a key +4, which is great. HP and attack defense 130% across the board, with a secondary leader in 100% for its type advantage. These are newer units, so these two LRs here represent the category lead Super Baby for the artificial life forms. That was just recently introduced in JP. In the 4-year anniversary, and then the Trunks and Mai was just introduced on Global, and that is the Time Travelers category. These units here are good, not great. They are just a evolution. They're just a little bit better than the Neo 100 LRs. If you don't know what that means, I did a LR overview as well, so definitely check that out. I'll post the link in the description below so you can understand more about LRs if you need to. It's basically these units here are in between the LR Neo 100s and the LR 170s. So these are, in my opinion, luxury units. You don't have to have these units to run the best teams in the game, to have, you know, basically be a part of the current meta. It is great to have them, but not necessary. So for you free-to-play players out there, or low-to-play players, just, you know, if you get them off of a single or something, got really lucky, congratulations. Don't go too deep on these units. Pay to play, go right ahead and rock and roll, rainbow these units, whatever you want to do on that. So let's go ahead and move on to the category 130/70. These are category leads, key +3, attack 130%, HP and defense of 170%. These units have been around for a while. So you know, category leads has been around for a little over a year now, and you have 3 units here. You're missing the Tech and Int, just like the LR 130s. It's missing Physical as well. Those units will come because those are new. They will come, but these units here, like I said, they're fairly older. The best unit on this grouping, the subset grouping, is Evolution Vegeta in the Pure Saiyans category. Amazing unit. Definitely go for him if you do see him on a banner. The other 2 units, not really needed. They're okay units again. More of a luxury item at this point in time. If you haven't summoned them, then that's the Ultimate Gohan for Hybrid Saiyans, and Majin Buu Saga with Super Vegito. So I don't know if they're gonna go back and complete the type advantage set here with the Tech and Int. I hope they do. They can just do some sort of obscure category. There's just so many categories now that they can just go back, put a 130/170% leader on here, call it a day. Now these units here do not have a secondary leader skill, so it is just 130 and then 170% for their HP and their defense. So these units here, like I said, running a little older. The only unit I would be chasing after is the Evolution Vegeta, and definitely go for that if you do see him on a banner. So with that, comment below, let me know what you guys think will come from these new units, especially the LR130, where for sure those units will be dropping. But will they go back and complete the 130/170? Let me know. Let me know what you want to see and those missing spots there. So let's go ahead and move on to the next category, and that is the category 150. There are 3 subsets to this, and the top one are probably units that you can easily pull comparable to all these other units here, because all of those are non-Dokkan Fest exclusive units. They are part of the general pool, and there are 3 150% category leads, starting with the AGL Tapion for the giant form category. Then you have the Bay 21 for the androids category, and then for Patara with Kefla. These units are great pulls from the general pool, so if you do get these units here, then you know that you have some solid category leads. Once again, not really overly necessary to go after these. Being in the general pool, you'll pull them just because you're summoning. So, and hopefully you have. Now, again, it's missing Tech and Int. So you kind of see a pattern with the 130 and the 150 is that Tech and Int just did not have representation when it comes to those subsets there. But they do kind of make it up for the rest of the subsets you'll see in a bit. But I think they will go back and add the Tech and Int 150% category lead. Now they don't have, these units on the top do not have a secondary leader skill either. So it is just the category increase at 150%, key plus 3, 150% across the board. So the next subset is probably the best subset, because one, it's all filled out there, so that's nice to have all type advantages shown, and that's the category 150/50%, and that is category leader key plus 3, 150% across the board, and then a secondary leader skill in 50% to its type advantage, except for Turles. Turles unusually has just extreme key plus 3 and HP and attack defense 50% as the secondary leader skills. So everyone else is their type advantage. So these units here are great. They are units that you do want to target and chase after, and kind of must have to really be part of the current meta. So AGL Turles is fantastic support unit there. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, just overall a great hitter, has that that counter for super attacks. UI Goku, still one of the best leaders there. Jiren, that stunner, and then Omega Shenron, the Shadow Dragons team, just got a really big buff with the LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. So those units are, in my opinion, necessary. Now I do want to make a quick observation. Now there are 3 units here that there are other units that are better leaders than them. So AGL Turles with the movie boss category, Broly is the better leader. Then you have the fusion category, which there's actually 2 of them, LR Super Gogeta, and then Gogeta Blue for that one there. And then Jiren with the Universal Survival Saga, the Tech Hit, is a better leader in my opinion there, which leaves the Realm of Gods and Shadow Dragons without a better leader. So I'm guessing in the future those 2 categories will get a revamp and a better leader, maybe Mastered UI, maybe Shadow Dragons in total there. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see those 2 units get a little bit of, or those 2 categories get a little bit of upgrade from those 2 units. Anyway, that's just an observation there. Once again, all 5 of those must-haves. Go ahead and try to pull for them whenever you get to see them. So the final category 150 subset here is category 150/90%. And that is 150% across the board, and a secondary leader skill of 90% for its type advantage, but it's also class and type. So for example, full power Goku there, full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, his secondary leader skill is super type 90%, Int Goku Black extreme Int 90%, and extreme strength for the transformation Buu 90% for the secondary leader skills. So these 3 here are luxury units. You don't have to have them. Full power Goku is probably the best one. Super Saiyan 4 full power Goku, but in Goku Black and transformation boost Majin Buu they're good to have. Once again, just not necessary because they don't really fit in best in slot current meta teams. Full power Goku in a few, but you can have some substitutes with those. Now, this category here is missing 2 units in the AGL and physical. I think those will get picked up there with a category 150/90. Comment below, tell me what you guys feel as those spots will get filled up by who. Also the traditional category 150, those other 2 spots there. Let me know. I want to see your guys' predictions and speculations on that. So that is the 150% category leads there. The middle row is the one you want to go for. Now let's move on to really the current meta, and that's the 170% leads. And it is confusing, the 170% leads. There's really no pattern that's really opened up here. I try to order it as best as I can. So we have 2 subsets in category 170 and just general, and then the dual category 170. So let's talk about the category 170 first. When category 170, 170% to attack came out, a lot of people were like, wow, this is incredible. And it was Super Saiyan 3 Bardock and Angel Golden Frieza were the first 2 that came out with that 170% boost to attack. So Super Saiyan 3 and then Resurrected Warriors for Angel Golden Frieza. Those 2 units are still relevant. It's just a lot of units aren't being placed in Super Saiyan 3 or Resurrected Warriors. JP just got a new Resurrected Warriors unit in Demon King Piccolo, but they need to add more into those categories to keep them relevant. So they're still amazing teams and amazing leaders, so definitely have those units if you see them on banners. Then you have AGL Metal Cooler, which is a 170% across the board leader. So very, very good unit. So a little bit different from the rest that you see there. And then you also have one of my favorite units, like the MVP of a lot of teams, is MVP 17. A fantastic unit there. One unit is just got shafted. It's not a good unit overall due to the fact he doesn't have a secondary leader skill, and that is the future Gohan there. He's the only 170% category lead that does not have a secondary leader skill. Don't know why they did that. Don't know why they shafted that way. Future Saga really isn't that good anyway. It could benefit from a secondary leader skill. 50% or something. Could be something simple as that. That could benefit. So it's just kind of a mismatch of this category here. Attack of course is the constant in 170%, but then you have defense at 130. You have maybe HP at 130. Then you have Metal Cooler, which is 170% across the board and really doesn't fit with anything else. It's just really random there. So anyway, that's the 170% category there subset. Let's move on to what's really happening now and what they're going to be progressing from here on out in the future is the dual category leaders. So I already mentioned some of these units in Gogeta Blue and Broly and Tech Hit because they're the better of the 150% leaders that I just mentioned. But we do have a new unit here in this dual category, and that is the new JP Childhood Saga Goku. Fantastic unit there. I'll talk about it a little bit more in the next screen as well. But yeah, the Tech is a dual category. Tech Hit is dual category for Universe 6, and for Universal Survival Saga is global exclusive as of is right now. And then just the movie banner units here with Gogeta Blue and Broly, just amazing units, probably the best TURs in the game. Gogeta Blue running the movie Heroes and the Fusions category, and Broly running the Full Power and movie Bosses category. So these are the 170s for the TURs. Let's move on into a little step further up, and that oh, by the way, if I was going to kind of revamp this a little bit, it just all this stuff kind of doesn't make any sense, and the groupings. So for example, let's say I did this and put all the 170% leads, which is the Tech Cell and then the Childhood Saga Goku. They're all 170% there, which leaves a couple spots there. But then it just leaves the future Gohan just on the wayside there. It just doesn't make any sense. So I think this grouping here makes a little bit more sense. And you can see the strength is just, there's 0 strength 170% TUR leads. So it's interesting on that. So the future holds, there has to be the next, Dokkan Fest is going to be strength in the 170% category. Anyway, so let's go ahead and move on to the LRs. LR 170%. Starting with the top there is what I call the Celebration LRs, 170% pluses, because those are the best units in the game. Bar none, those 6 units, there is an extra unit because they have all the type advantages taken care of there, and then added that LR Gopunks. But you have Super Saiyan 4, LR, Goku and Vegeta that just came out in the 4-year anniversary. You have probably the best LR in the game, or the best unit in the game period, is LR Friku, still holding strong ever since the 300 million or 250 million celebration. And then way back when, in the 3rd-year anniversary, LR Super Vegito and LR Gogeta, those 2 units broke the game back in the 3rd-year anniversary, but it's still very, very relevant today. And then LR Gopunks, an amazing unit, part of the 4-year anniversary. So then you have the active 170s, and this is just new because active skills are new to Dokkan and is a part of the current meta. It makes these units just so much better having that active skill. So the only 3 that are category leaders at this point in time is the LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, and then the Childhood Saga Goku here. So amazing summoning animations with their active skills, and from here on out they will progress along. They don't have a tech, they don't have a physical one yet, so definitely look out for those dropping in the future. So really with that, just kind of summarize the best units in the game and where Dokkan is heading toward is the active 170s. I don't think they will have any more celebrations anytime soon. Maybe, we'll see, and maybe do a new subset to that. And really, dual category leads are going to be the meta from here on out. So probably the next update will just be talking about the dual category leads that are going to be introduced from now until the end of the year. And don't forget, there are some spots that need to get filled in the 130, 150. And maybe they'll do that along with introducing new dual category leaders. So anyway, that is the update. Hopefully you guys received a lot of information, have a better idea where the game is at this point in time, and I hope you have summoned and received a lot of these units and have a lot of these units to run the current top teams. But with that, if you guys are new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Keep on Dokkaning, and we will catch you next time.